Whew, this view is great. This is the first time I'm recording outside. F1 is in the summer break, and I'm losing my fucking mind. That's why I'm outside, to take in this beautiful nature. Also to get away from home. The point is, F1 is in the summer break, and usually most of the time it's just promotional stuff that drivers do. Like they will post some stuff of what they're up to. I don't pay attention to that because I don't give a shit. There was this George Russell ad that I kept getting on Instagram. Something about win a WhatsApp call with George Russell. What the fuck are you gonna do with a WhatsApp? What are you gonna say to George on a WhatsApp call? Hello, George. I can't believe I'm talking to you. And, you know, he's all like, crikey, mate. Yeah, he just fully turned into me. What's up? How you doing? And you're just like, how does it feel that Max Verstappen is going to take your seat and you're not going to have a drive for next year, 2026? And he doesn't know what the fuck to say. Well, the point is, during the summer break, I think it's 3 weeks. This is the first week, 2 weeks till Belgium. F1 during the summer break usually leads to many fans being depressed, some killing themselves. I think the suicide rates spike. There's a fucking fly here. Get out. Go. However, this time, I mean, usually the drivers promote shit, but this time, a bunch of things have come up. A bunch of news.
Man, it doesn't matter if you 15, my nigga. I like young girls. I like them 15, 14, 16. I like them real young.
As we all know, at the moment, I don't know when this video is going to come out, but I'm sure everyone that's watching this video knows about the news. On Wednesday, 10 a.m. in the morning, as soon as I wake up, we find out that Christian Horner got sacked by Red Bull. What the fuck? Christian Horner? I don't know why I find this funny. But Christian Horner got sacked by Red Bull with immediate effect. I could not stop laughing when I found the news. I wake up 10 a.m. in the morning, Wednesday morning, a random Wednesday morning, and Christian Horner gets sacked. Oh my god, the fucking comedy. So Christian Horner, he's now sacked by Red Bull with immediate effect. But it is quite the surprise, to be fair. He's been Red Bull's team principal for over 20 years. He started with the team when they first joined in 2005. I don't know what team they replaced. I know that Toro Rosso, Alpha Tauri, Visa, Cash App, RB, whatever the fuck the team's name is called. They replaced Minardi, but I don't know what team Red Bull replaced. But Christian Horner was a team principal from the very start, from the very beginning. So it's quite a surprise that they just immediately sacked him, just like that. He didn't even know it himself. But the news is expected with Red Bull's downfall and their implosion and important figures leaving the team. However, before we get into that, we have to talk about Christian Horner's achievements. How much he's achieved with Red Bull in his 20-year time period. He has achieved many things in his time at Red Bull. 6 constructors titles, 8 drivers titles, 124 race wins. He's the longest running team principal, I think, in F1 history. He's cultivated some of the best F1 drivers on the grid, including Sebastian Vettel, Max Verstappen, Daniel Ricciardo, Alex Albon, Pierre Gasly, Yuki Tsunoda. Some of those drivers are a bunch of psychopaths who like terrorizing the grid.
Man, is this fucking guy blind? What the fuck is wrong with him? Jesus Christ, what a retard. Yeah, I'm stuck. This is what you get with this fucking shit show, honestly.
Well, that's some gentle introduction.
No, man, don't give me that bullshit now. You guys give me the fucking strategy, okay? I'm trying to rescue what's left. Fuck's sake. What the f*** are we doing here? What is stupid action? I'm going home. You. Oh, for f***'s sake, man. Who the f***? Oh, I'm out. Crash.
again in turn 3, for f***'s sake. Honestly, what the f*** are we doing here?
What a dickhead! I mean, seriously, what a dickhead!
These guys are fucking retarded.
Okay, then. Schumacher coming behind. Push flat out.
Yeah, shut up!
No! 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 I destroyed the cow! No!
And other achievements include cucking every single driver after Daniel Ricciardo ever since Max Verstappen joined the team. He married a Spice Girl, then cheating on said Spice Girl 9 years later after getting married to them. Technically, it's not cheating. It's more like micro-cheating. Having an entire scandal around him in early 2024 by allegedly having inappropriate behavior with a female colleague. Said female colleague leaking their alleged inappropriate behavior to everyone in the F1 paddock, making every Red Bull female employee uncomfortable after said scandal, having his dick pic leaked to the entire internet, although some people debate that it's his finger, and one of his biggest achievements, jerking off on an airplane. And many other achievements that he has achieved in his 20-year time span. This guy has an extremely decorated career. But now an era has ended and we have lost the longest standing team principal in F1. Toto Wolff is now the longest standing principal. He's been with Mercedes for 12 years.
Hasta la vista, baby.
So what does this mean for Red Bull and their future? Well, Red Bull have replaced Christian Horner with a guy named Laurent Mekies, who was the team principal for Visa Cash App RB. Big shoes to fill for Mekies after 20 years. And he's also French. That's also a thing. That's also a thing to point out.
You French pig!
Mekies has been with the Red Bull team since 2005. So he's been with the team since the start. And then ever since, he's been to many other different teams here and there. At one point, he worked for Ferrari. And he was also an FIA official, from what I know. But he's back in Red Bull, and now he is a Red Bull team principal. It's great. It's great to be a team principal on a team that is already imploding and is probably going to be in the midfield in 2026. But hey, that's an achievement to be a Red Bull team principal. Toro Rosso, Alpha Tauri, Visa Cash App, RB, Racing Bulls, Sugar-Free Red Bulls, whatever the bipolar cunts are called. They have replaced Lauren Mekies with a team principal called Alain Permain. Who the fuck is this guy? There's a wasp and there's a bee. What is going on? That's scary. Who the fuck is this guy? But anyways, it doesn't matter. So I just found out something. Alain Permain is actually a big shot in F1. So it turns out this guy was a race engineer for Benetton back when the team was called Benetton, and he was part of the team when Benetton won their 2 drivers' championships with Michael Schumacher, and he's also been with the team ever since. So when they rebranded to Renault, he was the race engineer for Jarno Trulli and Giancarlo Fisichella, and he is the same guy that screamed at Fisichella because he could not keep up with Fernando Alonso.
Giancarlo, you're still 2 seconds a lap slower than Fernando. This cannot be possible. You've got the same fuel load. I know you've got some understeer, but you cannot be 2 seconds slower. Come on.
And he's also the same guy that screamed at Kimi Raikkonen at the Indian Grand Prix because Raikkonen wasn't getting out of the way.
Timmy, get out of the f***ing way.
Don't shout there. I went out of the one. I have a chance, but go to the grass course.
So this guy has been with this Renault team, even when they rebranded as Lotus, this entire time. And he is a big shot. And now he's a team principal for Racing Bulls. I am so sorry, sir. I did not mean the disrespect. I was not familiar with your game. And I would like to apologize. I kind of feel bad for Laurent Mekies. He's been thrust into a team where many important figureheads have left the team. And to top it off, they're imploding. They have lost many important figureheads like Jonathan Wheatley, who is now part of the Audi project and is now going to be team principal for Audi in 2026. Adrian Newey, you know, the guy that literally made the fucking rocket ship that Max Verstappen drove in 2023. You know, the RB19.
Max Verstappen wins! Max Verstappen wins! Max Verstappen wins the Belgian Grand Prix! Max Verstappen wins 10 Grand Prix in a row to take the all-time record!
Same guy that made the RB9 for Sebastian Vettel in 2013, and Sebastian Vettel had his most dominant season that year. Same guy that gave Mika Hakkinen a very powerful McLaren that won him the drivers' championship in 1998 and 1999. Same guy that helped Williams back when they were actually good in the 1990s and gave Alain Prost his 4th title and Nigel Mansell his 1st and Damon Hill his 1st and Jacques Villeneuve his 1st. You know that guy? Yeah, he's gone to Aston Martin now. They've lost Rob Marshall and now finally Christian Horner. This team is literally dying.
Tess, she could take this job. Tess, she could shove it right up. Nothing to do with... Jesus.
You know, I think Red Bull are going to be a midfield team in 2026. They're going to be like Williams now. They're going to be a team that used to have glory, but are now just shit. Helmut Marko is on the cusp of dying. I mean, look at the guy. He's a fucking corpse. Hannah Schmitz, you know, the principal strategy engineer, also known as Big Brain Hannah, also known as Strategy Goddess, also known as Please Step on Me Mommy, is probably going to leave Red Bull after this entire shitstorm. There have been news about Christian Horner to Ferrari. That's going to be interesting. That's going to be insane. I mean, think about it. Max Verstappen, now I didn't mention this part, but Max Verstappen, there are talks of Max Verstappen going to Mercedes in 2026 and talks about Christian Horner who's going to replace Fred Vasseur in Ferrari. So imagine that. Max Verstappen is now with Toto Wolff, while Lewis Hamilton is with Christian Horner. If you told this to an F1 fan in 2021, their brains would fucking implode. That sun is crazy. That it came out at a really great time. I hope my face looks nice, or the sun might be too bright. I'll block it. The point is, Christian Horner might be working for Lewis Hamilton. And Max Verstappen might be working for Toto Wolff. Who would have seen that coming? Who would have seen that?
Well. How the turntables...
So that's a bit of a funny news, although I don't think it's going to happen. Fred Vasseur, ever since he replaced Mattia Binotto, ever since he replaced that guy, he's been doing quite a good job. 2023, he did quite well. I mean, we know that Red Bull were the most dominant cars that season, but at least they had one win out of the 22 races that happened. 2024, they were quite good. They came second in the Constructors. 2025, they're an absolute shitbox of a team, but they're still second. They're still second in the Constructors. I don't know how Ferrari do it, despite the fact that they've had 2 cars disqualified on the same race for 2 different reasons at the Chinese Grand Prix. They have a shit box of a car. Leclerc at most has finished 3rd. Hamilton at most finished 4th. He hasn't even gotten a podium this season. Somehow, some way, they are second in the Constructors. So clearly Fred Vasseur is doing a good job. Although, I mean, compared to all the team principals in the past, he is the best one so far. That's a whole Ferrari rant for another video. The point is, I don't think it's going to happen that Christian Horner is going to go to Ferrari. I highly doubt that. I need a fucking drink. I need a drink. Let me get a... This is some overpriced bullshit. I paid £2 for this. I paid £2 for Innis. Why did I get this? This was $4.50. This juice was $4.50. I got it for $2.50 for a club card, with a club card. Why the fuck are they charging this much for an innocent... It's good. It tastes nice. It tastes good, and especially in the hot fucking weather we're having right now, it's great. But £2 for this is not worth it. Goddamn Tesco's. Goddamn inflation, whatever. The point is, ow, my leg. The point is, what was I gonna say? I don't think Christian Horner is going to go to Ferrari. I highly doubt that. But the biggest news of all, Max Verstappen is gonna go to Mercedes in 2026. And theories suggest that Christian Horner was fired either because they lost Max to Mercedes or Max kind of drove him out. Many other theories, but yeah, I highly believe Max might go to Mercedes in 2026, or he might just retire. I wouldn't be surprised considering the FIA are a bunch of hypocritical dumbasses. Mohammed bin Salem MBS is a knobhead, and Max is kind of tired of media. Especially F1 media. I wouldn't be surprised if he just retires at the end of the season. Just pull a full 180. He edged us with him going to Ferrari only for him to go, yeah, I'm retiring from F1. I wouldn't be surprised. But Max might go to Mercedes. Toto Wolff can now celebrate with a beer in hand, some bratwurst, and explore Verstappen's body like he does with Kimi Antonelli. Goodbye to George Russell and his career. He had a good run from 2018 to 2025. He's had a good 7 years, but now he's gone. Much like Team SEAL 6, who have ended Osama's unusual escapades, Toto Wolff has ended Osama bin Russell's terrorism on track.
He just fully turned into me.
And that concludes the mid-season news, as far as we know. Verstappen to Mercedes. So to recap, Verstappen to Mercedes. Christian Horner got cucked by Red Bull mid-season. He got what he deserved after everything he's done to all of the other drivers. George Russell is going to die. And Toto Wolff is having a full-blown orgasm.
Hasta la vista, baby.
Yeah, that concludes the mid-season news. We don't know anything else that's going to happen. Yeah, that's about it. Oh my god, I look so nice. God damn. Look at me. I look very nice. The sun is blaring. That is beautiful. That is a beautiful sunset. That concludes the video, the news.